Hi guys, this is another health video from my website empoweryourlife.dev, DEV. So today we're focused on health and we're going to go over vitamin additives and why you should avoid them. So if we come down to where it says view health website, we can click on any of these buttons here or the icon in the middle, and then that will take us here, and then we'll click on the home page there, and we're going to scroll down the index here and go to additives. Here, so when we click that, that's going to take us here. But before we go into this section of the website where it says view additives to avoid in vitamin tablets and supplements and why, we're going to talk a bit about vitamin D first, because it's very important. As it says here, evidence that vitamin D supplementation could reduce risk of influenza and COVID-19 infections and deaths. Because the truth is, a lot of people every year die from vitamin D deficiency when they catch flu or even a cold. You know, they're really dying from vitamin D deficiency. You know, you see this a lot in the elderly in care homes where they don't get out much to even get some sunshine, especially in the winter. There's not enough sun. But it says here, mean serum 25 OHD concentrations in north and central regions of the United States in winter and summer. Oh, sorry, we want to look at this bit. Ecological studies suggest that raising 25 OHD concentrations through vitamin D supplementation in winter would reduce the risk of developing influenza. Controlled trials investigating how vitamin D supplementation affects risk of influenza. You know, this is just a study on this website here, if you want to take a look at it, but I just wanted to read the headline really. It's from the National Library of Medicine. And why is vitamin D important? Vitamin D helps with a variety of bodily functions. It helps fight infections, aids in muscle movement, you see that, nerve function, cell growth, and reduces inflammation. So it's very important. Vitamin D also promotes the absorption of calcium, which is important for bone health. When there is enough calcium absorbed in the body, the bones can mineralize, in brackets, get strong rather than become thin or brittle. Vitamin D is also suspected to play a role in prevention and treatment of autoimmune disease, chronic pain, and depression, though at this time there's no definitive proof of results through clinical trials. Vitamin D has a few wide-ranging health benefits. And the NHS website says vitamin D helps regulate the amount of calcium and phosphorus in the body. These nutrients are needed to keep bones, teeth, and muscles healthy. A lack of vitamin D can lead to bone deformities such as rickets in children and bone pain caused by a condition called osteomalacia in adults. Government advises that everyone should consider taking a daily vitamin D supplement during the autumn and winter. People at risk. And from my own website, I want to, where is it? I want to read out what I've written about vitamin D. All of the following listed compounds lower your liver's ability to convert vitamin D to its active form. In brackets, this impedes the generation of new bone, which helps the development of osteoporosis and also increases the risk of prostate cancer in men. Okay. BHT found in any processed foods containing whole grains, including bread and breakfast cereals. Whole grain flour, okay, and then BPA/BPS in water bottles, food packaging, toothbrushes, and even in babies' teething rings. The plastic lining of most tinned foods. So this is where BHT and BPA/BPS are found. Parabens, another ingredient which lowers the liver's ability to convert vitamin D to its active form, is found in cosmetics, in other words makeup and shampoo, etc., sometimes including methylparaben, which is mostly added to pharmaceutical drugs and sunscreens. Then we got TBHQ, another preservative added to bread, waffles, crackers, chicken McNuggets, and other baked foods, and also to nuts and cooking oil, even though it's not required to be listed on the ingredients and can stimulate allergic reactions. Triclosan, which destroys good bacteria in your mouth, gut, and on your skin and causes bladder cancer and increases precancerous cells, is found in hand sanitizers, soaps, deodorants, toothpaste, and countless other personal care products. So triclosan is another one to avoid. So it is best to find alternatives to these items listed if you are having trouble finding alternatives or would like suggestions for particular products. Feel free to ask. So there's, the article goes on about vitamin D, but we're focused on the additives in the vitamin supplements themselves today. So we will get onto that now. The article on additives on my website. It says a few additives to avoid in vitamin tablet supplements and why. Magnesium stearate. This chalk-like additive comes from the hydrogenation of cottonseed oil, in brackets linked to an increased risk of developing heart disease. Additionally, cottonseed has the highest levels of pesticides out of all other commercial oils. Canola oil, in brackets, associated with an increased risk for cardiovascular disease and plasma lipid levels, and a reduction in antioxidant status, and estimates say as high as 90% of all canola oil is undergoing genetic engineering, so it's GMO, genetically modified organism, in brackets, or palm oil, in brackets, includes 50% saturated fats and has been linked to an increase in LDL, that's the bad cholesterol. You have HDL, which is the good cholesterol, but this is linked to an increase in the LDL, low density lipids. Outside of the posed health problems, palm oil production has played a massive role in global deforestation and the loss of global biodiversity, in brackets. Each of these highly processed oils has been singled out as a risky food additive when vitamin tablets are made. Risky food additive. Full stop. When vitamin tablets are made, manufacturers use magnesium stearate as a lubricant to prevent the nutrient particles from sticking to the equipment. When the powders sticking to the equipment when the powders are compacted into solid tablet form. Researchers in Japan also found that this additive was a formaldehyde causing agent. So you obviously don't want to be consuming formaldehyde. That's used in preserving corpses, I think, isn't it? Anyway, sodium benzoate is the next additive to avoid. Although this prevents the growth of bacteria and other microbes and is used to make vitamin tablets smooth and transparent, allowing for rapid breakdown once swallowed, when sodium benzoate reacts with vitamin C, it can convert to benzene, a known carcinogen, meaning causes cancer, and increases risk of cellular damage and DNA mutation. So obviously you want to avoid that too. Titanium dioxide is linked directly to kidney damage as the result of altered gene expression. So that's obviously another one to avoid, titanium dioxide. Also inflammation and increased oxidative stress, and is associated with pronounced inflammation of the small intestine. So oxidative stress meaning causing more taxation on the immune system basically, and is associated with pronounced inflammation of the small intestine where the majority of vitamin and mineral absorption occurs, and so limits the effectiveness of supplements. So if you're taking titanium dioxide in a supplement, you're limiting the effectiveness of that supplement. So that's a no-brainer. Sodium selenite and selenite are toxic inorganic chemical sources of selenium. So that's another one to avoid. Dicalcium phosphate, which is a very common one. According to both the evidence gathered by the National Library of Medication, National Institutes of Health, and Pharmacy Health, ingestion of dicalcium phosphate could increase the severity of symptoms in people who are already experiencing problems with diarrhea, parathyroid disease, lung disease, kidney stones, or other stomach-related problems, and at high levels could upset the gastrointestinal system. Symptoms of gastrointestinal problems caused by dicalcium phosphate include nausea, vomiting, loss of appetite, constipation, stomach pain, thirst, dry mouth, and increased urination. Also, because the nutrients in mass-produced supermarket pills are artificially made and not from natural food, there's no guarantee that the body recognizes them or is able to use them. So that kind of defeats the purpose. Anyway, this was just a quick video about the additives to avoid in vitamins. Okay, there's more about vitamin D if you want to have a look at that, including the types of chicken, the ingredients that you might find in chicken that also block the uptake of vitamin D and other stuff. But if you liked this video, please remember to hit like and subscribe and question everything. Stay blessed, and we'll catch up soon.